Yo, Mega, do you hear me? It's Runs.
Yeah, what's up?
Alright, so
Yep.
I was able to get Vex 3 touching the fortress. We have CWD Schlot is going to be over in Vex 3 doing an inf rally. You can do the one you're in right now, Vex C, Archer rally. And then we're going to have another dude named Abs. He's going to be in the Vex Farms, little dash. He'll do Archer rally. Um, and then we'll launch all three at the same time. We can also, this is the best time to use our buff for the 10% as well. And then we go all in here, bro.
The
You have
T
to,
the
yeah.
TE Bastion, yeah?
Yeah, yeah, same best. We'll be doing three rallies, and then if anybody,
Warband. I just
All right, but anyways, everybody stay in chat. I'm gonna go check and see what's
Hey,
popping.
Mega. Are you able to
What's
quickly
up?
pop a rally?
Yeah.
Could you come kill this siege bastion at the south? It's at 6% left. Can we just like destroy it?
I thought they were already doing it.
Inf rally's up. Oh, I can't. I have to go to Vex 3.
Oh yeah, they're defending
I'm
it.
making space in Vex 3 for you. There's a spot open. At least one.
Okay. Yeah, I'll set an Inf rally. Hold on.
Yep, there we go.
Block their refills. Block their refills.
Do you want T4 in the rally?
If it's low enough, I don't give a fuck
Very
what goes
much.
in there.
It only let me send 17k. It's not low enough.
No, just don't send from afar, people. If you're sending, send your units down and then join the rally when you are inside.
Bro, where's our fucking activity? Where is everybody? Where's our
I don't
R5 and our fucking... Where's our... what's going on here?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I don't know.
We're 7-1 on white damage right now. 7-1 on white damage.
Underestimating them. So is everybody else. For the size that they are and everything, they're pretty solid.
Yeah, for sure. They really are.
Good planning too.
Pikachu is taking a rally to his face like a fucking champ now.
I don't give a fuck about him.
He's getting his asshole fucked right now, dude. He's getting his shit clapped. Bro's getting his asshole punctured right now. Bro's going back to home kick.
He's taking one for the team. Good on him. Love you, Pika.
No, bro, he's taking one right up the fucking ass, bro. Oh my god. The fucking Fulgrim fucking Garrison.
Yeah, it's not pretty.
Should we? No.
Keep clicking.
Oh, hey, look at that. I'm in.
Join.
I'm in. Can you feel me?
People, I think.
Hello and welcome to another Atlas video. This one's gonna be about the war that we were having with Zen in Zone 1. So it was super fun. Was past tense, day one, awesome. Loved every minute of it. It was fantastic. Everything was kind of going to plan. I'll kind of get into like what was happening and what didn't kind of happen. But yeah, even was talking to a Zen member. Where are you? Yeah. So even a Zen member like reached out and was like, "Yeah, man, that was fun. They absolutely whooped us day one." But my opinion on all of that, and I'll touch base, and then I'll show some clips afterwards of the fighting. So if you want to just skip to the clips of the fighting, more than welcome to. But yeah, we had Mega was war leading in Vex. Oh yeah, he changed his name. Micro Pepe was war leading for us. He's an old Echo player that we have here, and so he was doing absolutely fantastic. Him and Poopa were our two big war leads. So Micro Pepe, Mega was leading Vex Crimson, where Poopa was leading Vex Gold. And so we'll show Poopa. So Poopa and me, we crashed last season the season before this, and we butted heads a few times. So Poopa doesn't like me. I know he's not a big fan of me. That's fine. Not many people have to be. Not many people are. But yeah, I do have to give credit where credit's due. Poopa and Mega, Micro Pepe, they really stepped up, and they were doing fantastic. I was loving it. I was loving some of the shot calling. To a point, and then also John. I gotta give a huge shout out to John. He was really sticking it up. He was doing amazing. So great job, John. 1 mil merits there. So yeah, how well did I do? 1 day of fighting, I got almost 5 million merits. Not quite. I was sticking in the rankings. I was top 10. Yeah, personal merits. Feels bad, man. Oof. So yeah, personal merits here, it says I'm 6th, but overall I was top 10 for most of the war and fighting until I started losing like the stamina on my heroes, and then I was like quickly got Saluna, and I was just like quickly trying to get like her skills up and like pop talents. I sent her out a couple times without even putting the talents in the stupid talent tree, because that's how frantic of just war and fighting. And so yeah, I didn't even have her at 55535. I think she was sitting at like 5424, something like that, and I was like, I'm sending her out, I just need to go. So yeah, luckily with her, we can use the Epic Hero tokens, so any of the extra Epic Hero tokens that I didn't get rid of, because all the newer heroes, they weren't allowing us to do that with. Like, Pixie here. So we weren't allowed to do that with her, or that other Cav one. Wherever he is. He came out in my season 1. Yeah, Marduk. So with Marduk, we weren't allowed to use the Epic Hero tokens either. So that's kind of how it was going. It was just a fight against stamina, but it was brilliant. It was so much fun. I loved the war. Everything was going to plan. So the whole kind of situation and plan. So we'll show this. So we'll show everything. Like, there's no point in me hiding anything. You just go and check for yourself. But yeah, absolutely. So the whole plan was, when we were fighting from Vex Crimson, we were going to be holding an as a distraction. Our whole agenda was, let's be a distraction for Zen, and we did that perfectly. And so we were rallying a bastion, fighting in the open field. We were just having fun. And I know Mega was all like, this is boring, but you've been playing an Echo for years doing this same thing, and this is my first real war that I've ever been in. Like, wow. So yeah, it was awesome. We had like seven solid straight hours of fighting, and it was just, I loved every minute of it with Zen there. I gotta give it to them for keeping up. I think we hard hit their eco, so I didn't think that they overly won. So yeah, we were fighting a bastion in here, and then we fought a bastion in the south, while our Vex Gold pushed from the north in. Now, we knew that it would take them, at the quickest they could do it would be about 4 hours and 45 minutes. I knew going into that, this is how long it's going to take. We anticipated it to take between 5 and 6 hours, and it took us, I believe it was just after hour 5, we were able to drop the bastion, and we actually had a spot for it. Was it this flag? Where this, I think it's where this flag is actually, there wasn't a flag there at the time. It was somewhere in here. We were ready to place the bastion, and we were ready, but by then our members were just done. So two of the disappointing factors that happened for me personally is our players weren't battle tested. Our players were giving up within the first 5 minutes. We had an R4 give up like a week prior that stepped down. We've already had an R4 migrate out. Okay, I don't know how many players have migrated out already. Whatever. If they're weak, like, within the first 30 minutes, you're leaving and you're giving up. Like, I don't want you anyways. I don't want to be in an alliance with you, right? Because we have to understand, like, the amount of time, like I was looking on here, right? So if we go info, we go season records, season played 13, right? This account that he's on is twice the age of my own. He's been playing for twice the amount of time that I have. Of course their accounts are more developed than ours. We knew Zen 1v1 beat our players. 1-on-1 they beat our players. What we had was the player advantage of having over 300. We had nearly 400 players, right? How many showed up for the war? We had 99 online most of the time for Vex C. We started with only about 50 online. We got up to about 99 online, and we kept that 99 online for at least the first 3 to 4 hours. We also had Vex Gold only have about 50 players online. So we had 150 players online out of nearly 400 players. Day one of the first season. Not good enough. So our numbers were just under what Zen was producing the entire time. And then as they had players logging on, we had players giving up and quitting. And it's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So that was one disappointing thing. And I'm going to say it straight honest. Like, I had a YouTube comment that was like, most of the players recruited are useless. Like, he said another word. I can't remember exactly what the YouTube comment was, but somebody made a comment like that, and it turned out to be 100% true, right? So, yeah, the giving up of players, the amount of players that were online. Now, that's the players that were online. The players that were fighting was probably about 70% of that. And there was a point in time where we're going after the Northern Bastion still. And I said to Mega, like, he's doing the call-outs. So we were in Discord, as well as I was in a call in-game. So we used the call function in-game. So I was relaying to the people in-game that don't have Discord the call-outs that Mega was doing. The call-outs had about 20-second delay on players moving, even the ones that were in Discord. We had about 70% of the people that were fighting in Discord, and then, yeah, I would say a good 60 to 70% of the players that were fighting between both alliances were in Discord, and then I had about 13 to 15 or so for the first while in here. So there was about a 20-second delay, and people didn't understand, like, Mega's used to Echo and how Echo plays, and you have, like, these better players on Echo, and it's just facts, right? I'm not trying to discourage anyone, or people have to learn, right? So this is the first major fight that a lot of people have got into, and so Mega's used to, you know, being able to do these complicated calls. And I said to Mega, I said, they understand go in or retreat. Really, they're not understanding much else. So we had markers down, and it was like, you know, go to marker 4, go to marker 10, go to marker whatever, right? And like that, people were somewhat starting to get a hang of after that. But we had players tilting. But really, like, one thing that the R5 said about us was, one thing that Baggins was saying about us is we just didn't have a good rally leader war pet. And Mega's like, he's like, dude, we're doing Sevs 6-1 right now. That means 6 of them are going to the hospital Sev wounded for 1 of ours. So we were, like, in the rallies, we were pushing them 6-1 at times, and we were just absolutely crushing them. Like, I'm not going to kill my troops off if I know you've got a stupid rally pet. That's not what I'm going to do. I saw the Moon Bear ahead of time. Everything is 3-starred. Everything's like S. It's like a fully fruited, maxed out bear, except for one skill was 2-starred. And I was like, okay, this Moon Bear is jacked. It's absolutely jacked, other than that one, I can't remember which skill it is that wasn't 3-starred. So yeah, we had it. So Baggins can say all he wants, and I can address the issue that happened between the diplomacy. What happened was Zen made an agreement with YSS, where we made an agreement with 615 NLP? NLP? I think it's NLP. Yeah, NLP. So we made an agreement with NLP where they made an agreement with YSS, and that is why Baggins said that we betrayed them first, right? So, am I looking at the right one? Yeah. So yeah, that's 100% what kind of happened in the negotiations. So yeah, where we're at and where we're gonna happen. I mean, I'm not gonna address there. I have different plans than maybe what the rest of everyone wants to do, but we'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes. What Vex decides to do, what John, Poopa, and them decide to do. I'm not entirely certain, but that's fine. I guess it's their call to see where the rest of the season's gonna go to. So yeah, there's two disappointing things with Vex. It's just the players didn't show, and the players that did show, like when we were fighting in the open field, we had Vex G would send down a ball and wipe them off the field. And so like when we fought in the open field, if we were all consolidated, we were beating Zen. So like a lot of the part and a lot of the plan, everything was going well, and people were just quitting and giving up. And it's like you're so weak, so dumb. And one of the things that I wanted to address was like the reason I came to Vex, the reason I came to 646. Everyone knew it. Like when I first met Cody, so Cobart, he was like, "Oh, you're the guy that Max always talks about, right?" So when I first came to 646, like all I wanted to do was I never wanted to be an R4. I never asked Zuko in season 1 to be R4. I don't think I ever asked Levy to be R4. I just want to have fun playing the game, and I've been open and honest with so many people for months now, and I'm like, I just want to be R3. Like, that's my dream. It's just to be an R3. You guys could do all the management, and I come in and just fight. I just want my clips of fighting. That's all I want to do is fight in this game. You know, it's supposed to be a war game, so let's just fight. So yeah, so I was talking to Onan. I can't remember the guy's name, but he changed it to Sid when he went to 671. So it was like Onan, Sid, what was his name, and Max. Like, those were the guys where I was going to ASV, that was on a different server at the time, was the whole reason I was going to ASV, was for those three guys that had this experience of playing proper seasons. We had battle-tested leaders. Not saying that Poopa did anything bad. I thought Poopa, John, and Mega were just absolutely doing the Lord's work. They were doing great with war leading. I was really impressed by them. And that's not me trying to toot their horn. I've got negative things I could say about all of them, and they've got negative things they could say about me. We know we've clashed before. Like, cause me, I was like, I don't want to be R4. I stepped down from being R4 like months ago. I just get brought in when they need somebody to consult about something, or that was runs just needing somebody to consult, or it just gives me an avenue to voice my opinion at certain times, but I don't do any R4 responsibilities, roles, anything like that. So I was just helping out where I could, like helping with road teams and stuff like that, but I've never wanted to be R4. I just want to fight. And then when we came to 646, like, I messaged Max, and this was in my Max video. I know he hates me, but whatever. I messaged Max, and I was like, hey man, you migrating? And he's like, yeah, I'm migrating tomorrow, and he didn't come, and then the next thing I hear, he's going to a different server. So, of course I'm upset. You told me to come to 646. Everyone knew I was coming to 646 to play with you. You knew that. Everyone knew that was part of ASV. Like, he told everyone that I was going to join you guys. I get here, and he's like, yeah, and then he's like, yeah, I'm not going. Well, I'm like, I have a migration cooldown because you told me to go to 646. So we really don't have, like, outside of Mega, outside of Poopa, outside of John, outside of Deadpool, we don't have battle-tested players like all of our R4s, like Queen, and Queen's been fantastic. Okay, don't get me wrong, but even she will say, I'm a newer player, I just want to, like, I'm willing to learn, which is a fantastic attitude, but you need the old school to teach the new school some stuff. And of course the new school can figure out new ideas, new ways to play the game. You know, maybe they might figure something out that's been overlooked, right? But you still need that balance, and we just don't have that balance of players that kind of understand war games in a sense. Like, and since I do a lot of play testing of games, so you'll notice, like, my screen is just covered with, riddled with different games, from turn-based to FPS to you name the type of game, I've probably played it or something similar. I've played nearly everything, so I've been around the block, which doesn't make me good at any video game, and I'm not claiming that I'm good at Call of Dragons. I get caught out of position all the time, right? But it seems like a lot of players that are playing, this is their first time, like, playing any video game ever. Sometimes it's just you're running your head into the keyboard because you're like, what are you doing? Like, there's times when a player's just running full 5 right into their ball and just suiciding his troops. Like, you're not doing anything. You're getting wiped before your calves can even get to their ball. So, yeah. Where we're going to go and what's going to kind of happen, not sure. I have a plan of what I want to happen. I voiced that to John and Poopa yesterday. I said, this is what I want to do. Where it comes to members of the Alliance, what's going to happen there, I really don't know. I think that things would be a lot different if we weren't fighting in Zone 1. I think that was pretty... I mean, I had a blast fighting in Zone 1, okay, so I'm not going to lie. I've been loving it. But I was absolutely loving it. I thought it was fantastic. So, but fighting in Zone 1 overall strategically was a very, I could use the R word, but it was very stupid. It was strategically, it was a very dumb plan, right? It was a huge gambit. It was a huge gambit, and if our players responded and if we had, let's say, even another 100 players on there, Zen, I don't think would have stood a chance, to be honest with you. We just didn't have the activity. We didn't have the smart players. I think we've done huge damage on Zen's econ. So I think they used a ton of resources to be able to fight us off. And, like, I was ready. I took a nap, and by the next morning, I was like, I'm ready to go back and fight again. But the Alliance really wasn't. So, outside of a few people, like, I know Ronan went into the map and just got rallied. So, I don't know what that's about. But, yeah, does this kill our entire KVK? I don't know. I know John's been talking with their R4s. So, I don't know if he's set up something with them. I don't know if, what he's kind of doing there. I don't know if we're going to go back on the map. I don't know what's kind of happening. I do know that players are already migrating out. They're migrating to other seasons. Like, for instance, I believe it is 614. Their season is about to start. I think Bo starts at reset today for them. So, that's as much as I'm going to say there about this topic for now from the information I have. So, I think I've rambled long enough. I think we knew everything. It's not necessarily, like, everyone was like, well, you underestimated Zen. I think what we did, I don't necessarily think we underestimated Zen. I think we overestimated us and our players. I overestimated us and our players. I was told that Vex was supposed to be a alliance for only actives, and we have an alliance full of passives. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some amazing players that we also had, like the players that were on the field fighting. We had Ogre. I mean, Taro. Where is it? Taro. You know, my boy Taro. He pushed T5 for this, so like he nearly got 1,000,000 merits with T4s. Like, yeah, absolutely. We had Ogre there. He was T4. Look at that, nearly 1,000,000 merits with T4 tank main. He's a tank main with T4 tanks and nearly 1,000,000 merits. So, like, get on the field, get fighting. At least my boys performed. So, I'm super proud of them. They did fantastic. So, good on Ogre for nearly getting 1,000,000 merits with that. Yeah, so as soon as Taro converts his troops, then he's just going to be absolutely crushing it. So, I mean, that's what I can say about my boys. So, they crushed it. They did crush it. Habibi, oh man, Habibi, talking to that guy, he's absolutely off the wall. I love, just crazy. This guy's just absolutely crazy Aussie, off the wall. Over 3,000,000 merits here. Habibi, he has actually 2 accounts, so this is just one of his 2 accounts for this merit count that he got. This guy was fighting. I think this guy took it to a whole new level, and he said something like he was fighting till like 6 a.m. So, yeah, Habibi did great. Several of our players did do great. Like the players that did show up. We had a good core 50 players, I would say, that showed up and really performed well. Oh yeah, yeah. So, yeah, we have players that are migrating out, but like if that's how they are, it reminds me of like when I first joined SKN. We were losing the first war, and like day 1 of the first war, everyone started migrating to ES, and it's like, okay, now you're locked in zone 1 for another whole season, but like everyone just jumps ship so quick and easy. You just gotta make best of a bad situation, right? So, yeah, we'll see what happens from here. See what goes on. Yeah, maybe I've rambled long enough. But yeah, we did. I think overall we were doing fantastic for the first couple hours, but people were just giving up. Like, if you're gonna give up within the first 12 hours, I mean, why are you even playing this game? It's like, as soon as you lose a fight, you just jump ship. Alright, I guess you're just never going to settle in a kingdom, and it's like win or lose, we win or lose. I'm just trying to find my home where we have an experienced management, experienced players, and we just get to have some fun and play some wars. This is a war game. We're just here to have fun. And like I said, I love fighting Zen. I talked to that one Zen member. I love fighting them. That was probably one of the sickest wars that I've ever been in this game. Was fighting Zen right there. So, yeah. One last thing that I did want to cover was mechanics of the game. So I know a lot of people were complaining about mechanics of the game for like the first 2 hours was like alliance checkers. So they had a lot more shells than we did to utilize. They were doing really well with that. That's part of the game, and I loved every minute of it, except for the one thing that I wasn't a fan of, is that towers upgraded towers can just start shooting cities right away when you can't do counterplay. So I think upgraded towers should only be able to shoot once PvP opens, and then it causes mass chaos because all these towers are now shooting. But that's my personal opinion of the matter. That's the only mechanic that I really noticed that was annoying. Yeah, you're gonna have to play around it now. But with the amount of shells that they had to surround us, and then they just upgraded towers, and then you can't place cities there, and it just until we took back area and we were taking back area to start with. We were winning for the first 2 hours of the war, I would say. Yeah. So overall, everything was going according to plan. But yeah, like I said, players just weren't showing up or were starting to quit. And I mean, part of that was stam issues or troops in the hospital, but really, like, people should have had plenty of resources. We've had over a season just to farm resources. So people dropping out way too quick. I mean, I used 500,000 mana and like resource to heal like 7 million troops. Like, I was just going. I was ready. I'm ready for round 2. Like, I went down to my C-string heroes. So yeah, just the upgraded towers, that is the one mechanic that I did think was kind of dumb. I think there needs to be counterplay for mechanics, and that's just a mechanic that doesn't have counterplay, because you can't PvP. So if PvP opens, the time PvP opens, if towers now were allowed to, if that was locked, towers were locked off until PvP opens, I think that that's just a better mechanic for the game overall. But yeah, I mean, it's the game we're playing, right? So if you don't enjoy the game that you're playing, then go play a different game. Figure out one that you do enjoy. So yeah, but anyways, I'll close this off. I'll stop rambling now, and I'll close this off with some clips.
Okay, good. It looks like most people are active. All right, here we go. Rally's going up now. I need T5 infantry priority fill. Rally's up. Send your T5 infantry. Range ball, I want you to move with me now. Start moving with the sun. Range ball.
Win the battle, win your freedom.
I was late on my call too.
Oh, good.
All right, guys, regroup at rally point 1. They have a lot of cav.
Regroup rally point 1.
We need a quick regroup. Oh, they've got a horrible garrison, dude. Their garrison shit. We're gonna have to abandon this though, because yeah, it's at 1 mil.
Your
All right, canceling the rally. Yeah, I'm canceling it. Guys, if you have infantry in the rally, just send them in. Regroup at rally point 1. All right, clean up these stragglers. And find the sun marker. And we go again. Guys, if you see their ball rotating, and I don't see it, I'm not calling it, feel free to say something. Because I totally missed that one. The last one, I was late. Guys, rallies in 12 seconds. I need you to tighten up. I need everyone on the sun right now. Cast Angel, Huag, Zomsbull, Good Chance, Cranky, Perp Mana. Let's go, guys. All right, Inf go in. Inf go in. Range, step up, start to hit these Inf. We need a infantry refill on the rally. We need 1 refill on the rally. Focus their infantry on the right side for now. Right side? Okay, let's step up and hit these rangers. To the right of Yami's base. Step up and hit these rangers. We need another inf refill on the rally. We need inf refill on the rally. We need 2 refills. We need 2 refills. If you have infantry here now, send them now. Ranged, focus on their ranged DPS. Stand and bang. Just stand and bang, baby. Focus on ranged DPS. Fight until you're dead, and we're going to regroup again at the same spot. And we're going to move north. Keep fighting into their ball. Keep fighting into their ball to the south. All right, look for the sun. Let's start pushing into him. Start pushing into him. Let's go walk up. Walk up and start hitting their ranged. Walk up and start hitting their ranged, guys. Step up into their ball.
Where I go, chaos follows. My warriors stand behind. Wish you careful. Freedom can face me. The arena has just gotten bigger.
Stay tight on the sun. Stay tight on the sun. All right, let's move up. Let's move up.
Your defeat is near.
Step up. Hit their ranged line. Focus these archers down.
Surrounded, no quarter.
Good. Keep going. Let's go all the way to the flag. Hit these cav. Focus these cav.
Your spine will be my trophy. I won't forget the smell.
Good. All the way to the tower. Move up all the way to the tower range ball and hit what you can from there. And then we're just going to start hitting this tower when we're not doing anything. Put a couple inf on that. Range, stay stacked on the suns, please. 4. If you die, regroup by Vex 5 core.
At the end of the day, we're making a lot of progress with VG. So.
Guys, this is a war of attrition. Shit's not going to go well in the first, 20 minutes.
Guys,
They're
now
gone.
push the
They-
fuck
look,
back
they
up.
ran away.
We got people
They ran
we got
away.
Pikachu
Look at
coming
them.
in behind,
Come
dude.
on.
5 marching a fucking whole ball, dude. He's going crazy. Instead of fighting back here with the team, bro, he's going nuts.
It's the
He's
peak.
fucking 5 marching his whole fucking hospital bill, dude.
7 tanks there. They've got 1. What are your thoughts,
Fucking
war
huge
leads?
fucking
No, they're
game in
running
my
away.
Dreams.
There's something different.
Be careful. Look, we got some nice. Oh, here we go. Yeah, let's push it. Let's push it.
Oh, this is sexy.
Pikachu
is
did
what
his
I like.
thing.
Don't question the Pikachu.
Look at the calves. I'm gonna